President-elect Obama said during the campaign that he plans to close Guantanamo Bay and the 255 detainees could be coming to the Navy Brig at Charleston as their cases are sorted out. Right now, the only person being held at the brig is Ali al-Marri, considered an enemy combatant by the U.S. government. As my co-counsel Jonathan Haffetz recently wrote in an LA Times op-ed piece, once removed from the criminal justice system, Ali was deprived of any contact with the outside world, paving the way for a brutal interrogation regime. He was shackled in a fetal position to the floor of a freezing cell, kept from sleeping for days on end, and threatened with violence and death, all in a deliberate attempt to create a sense of hopelessness and despair. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, had come to America. His interrogations in Charleston continued for 16 months before Ali was finally allowed to see a lawyer. Most of the recordings from those months of interrogations were destroyed by the Defense Department. Only a recently arranged phone call to his family convinced his brother Naji that Ali was still alive.
Even though you've lived in America, even though you still like America, even though you've encouraged your nephews to go to American University, you thought that the American government had killed your brother.
Yes, I really did. I really think that, somehow, some way that Ali's not alive. And they just...
So you must have been very happy when you heard his voice.
Oh yeah, of course. That was like a big celebration for us when we heard his voice. I mean, I was not really optimistic when they told us he's gonna call, but when I went there and I heard his voice, I mean, I really cried.
In Qatar, we met with Ali's brother Jarrallah, who was also arrested as an enemy combatant while traveling in Pakistan. He spent 6 years and 8 months in Guantanamo Bay before he was released without ever being charged with any crime.
So when you were in Cuba, when you were in Guantanamo,
yeah,
you slept 2 hours a night?
Yep.
And what would happen? They would wake you up?
They just wake me up every 10 minutes and they knock the door and say, "Are you okay? Are you good? Do you need anything?" They just keep me waked and that's it. It's just torture, like kind of torture me to not get enough sleep.
What are some of the other things they did besides depriving you of sleep?
They put the water is the color for the water is not clear, and the air conditions, they turn it high, and without enough clothes, just pants and the shirts, and there is no blankets, and
that's very similar to some of the things that happened to your brother.
Yeah.
In Charleston.
Right.
The air conditioning was turned down, very cold. You were cold, no shoes, no socks, no proper clothing.
And the Quran, they use it as a weapon for us. If they want teasing us, they come to the Quran and do stuff in front of the Quran in front of us to make everybody mad. And we start hunger striking like about 200 people.
Those experiences described by Jarrallah have made headlines in America and around the Arab world. But in this war, many Americans believe anything goes.
Congress is very capable of gathering the evidence and deciding whether it's appropriate or not, whether the president's gone too far or not far enough. And it's interesting to me that while there's a lot of complaining about this, Congress has the right, a Democratic Congress versus a Republican president, has had the right for at least 2 years to step in and change this, and really has not. And my feeling about why they haven't is because when those doors go closed, the people can come in from the national security agencies, from the CIA. Robert Gates was held over, even under the incoming president, and say, here are the facts. Here are the pictures we can't show the public. This is who's out there. This is where we know they are.
Throughout history, times of war have often changed the rules when it comes to the law. In the Civil War, Abe Lincoln cracked down on freedom of the press. In World War II, Japanese Americans were sent to prison camps, while the United States fought Emperor Hirohito as kamikazes.
And what we have here is a very interesting situation. It's not totally novel in American law or politics at all, as we have someone who may be an enemy combatant, i.e. kind of prisoner of war, if you will, on American soil. That has happened before. German prisoners of war were housed here in the United States, and courts have been loath to get involved and treat them like ordinary citizens.
Around the Arab world, on television and newspapers, there are constant headlines about President-elect Obama. There's been newfound interest in recent stories that President Obama may finally allow enemy combatants like Ali al-Marri to have their day in court. You think that Mr. Obama will treat the people of this region, the Gulf region, the Middle East, more fairly?
I believe from my belief, I think Obama is a nice person and a justice person. I think he will spread justice all over, and we believe Ali to be released as soon as Obama will see his documents, and we're looking forward to process this as soon as possible.
What do you hope most for your brother?
I hope, to be released. I hope, that his paper to be locked, and Ali to be released, whether to be charged or to be released.
As you can probably tell, this issue is very near to my heart, because if in America anyone is denied their right to confront their accuser, then something's gone wrong, terribly wrong, with our justice system. We've been traveling in the Gulf region now for several days, and it occurred to me, if your government in Saudi Arabia, or even Qatar, or before that in the UAE, if they picked my wife up, or the government picked me up, would your government be allowed to put me in prison for 7 years without charging me with any crime?
No.
And as Ali's case continues with opinions on all sides, his children in Saudi Arabia are left with nothing but questions about where their father is.
Your father has a message for you that he asked me to tell you. He wants you to know that although he's all alone, he's very strong physically, he's in good health, he's mentally very strong, he believes that he'll be released soon. He's asked me to ask you to be strong like he is, to take care of your mother, and to take care of your sisters, and to take care of your brother, until he can come home and be your father. He loves you very much, and he misses you very much.
We promise to keep Abdul Hadi updated on his father's case, and we will keep you updated as well on future editions of the Savage Report. Reporting from the Mideast, I'm Andy Savage. From all of us at the Savage Report, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.